Snap.
And
whoa, that one took me by surprise.
welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, and Rovi. And today is Thursday, 10 p.m. UTC. We talk about Rovi, the biggest, most important metaverse construction out there in the metaverse.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're definitely very hyped today. I'm the one drinking coffee.
Yeah, dude. We got to load up on that caffeine and happy to be back. It's been a whole week.
It's always good to see you guys with us, man. Always the OGs, the loyal community, man. It's good to see everyone. Can we get some names? Let me see.
Hold on. Green Chauffeur is already saying audio and visual is off. So we're going to check some stuff.
Okay.
And we have a lot to discuss today. So we're going deep on the rabbit holes today.
Everything looks good. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Can you guys see us?
Mic check.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, capturing the moving hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it when I change nothing and it works.
Yeah. It's working well now.
That's like some sort of like weird
thing. It's a time sync with the universe, right? Taking the red pills and all that.
There you go. All right, I see Bob Lorian. I see Neb.
Trey.
Neb.
Oscar.
Yeah, really good to see you, Neb. We were like doing like some old YouTube video.
Yeah.
Like
we have.
Yeah, we were looking at like videos from like 2 or 3 years ago.
Going back into the archives.
And we saw your comment like from like 2020 or something. And it was like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Neb is awesome. And I forgot what the comment was about, but I don't know. He called us gents. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Gents, yeah. So Pepe, that's funny you bring that up. He says, I loved your video on the second trip.
Oh, yeah. So at some point we kind of want
to talk about some elements about that because I want to get your guys' opinion.
Do we have any like videos, snippets that we're going to show too?
Yeah.
In case for some, I mean, a lot of us didn't get to go, myself included. I don't own any other side land.
Yeah.
I think Dahlia got invited by Crypto Angel, right?
Yeah, Crypto Angel, yeah.
So yeah, man, I like what I saw. Yeah. You guys are going to get to watch this stuff too, because I mean, the other side's a big thing. And when it comes to who's like the most well-positioned in the metaverse, at least the Web3 side of the metaverse space to like make an impact, without a doubt, it's Yuga Labs because of all the resources they have, right?
Yeah,
so the demonstration they put on last week, it's a big one.
Yeah, it's very impressive. And you guys see here in a few minutes why that's, what that actually looks like.
Yeah.
It's impressive, but the trade-off is centralized. So
big time.
We go back to like, we're wobbling back and forth. Like we have such a good experience. We don't have such a good experience, but centralized, decentralized.
Yeah. Ultimately the market's going to decide, what's the most valuable.
Maybe not only the market, but just like the macro conditions are going to decide, right?
Well, that's going to be part of the factoring in. Yeah. Of the decision. I think at the first, of course, like the centralized route will win out just because technically you can achieve more, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like there's sort of like a medium ground. I don't think you need complete decentralization. We're using like nodes and like Catalyst servers, and I don't know if you need that. Yeah,
like Decentraland, if you guys went through the Fashion Week, there were some struggles, dude. I was crashing left and right during the Fashion Week.
Dude, same.
And it's a little unfortunate because that's a big event and a lot of people were looking forward to it. And it's to what you're saying about the technical architecture to support as much of a distributed ecosystem as possible is what's causing most of these problems, right?
Yeah. TJ, I left my laptop there. Let me grab it.
Oh no.
And because I need it in order to navigate some stuff, I'll grab it.
All right.
Okay. We're getting the laptop, lads. Baby God says it was an awesome experience. Not sure if it's sustainable model though for a permanent server to run like that. Yeah. I believe it costs something like 7 cents per user per minute. No way. Really?
7 cents per user
per minute.
Yo,
can somebody do the napkin math on that real quick?
Hold on. I need to link this, dude. Pepe, send a link in the Discord or something. I need to see this.
Damn, dude, that does sound expensive.
There's no way that's sustainable. I mean, not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Because if we were to, let's say, if we have our own land and they gave us that technology to build, there's no way you can sustain that.
For pixel streaming on that scale. Wow. Hey, Dirty Bird, what's up? Yeah, definitely link what you got, Pepe, or
Yeah.
wherever you heard that from. If we'd definitely like to hear or dive deep ourselves into that, because that's definitely something that we never even like.
Well,
considered.
I didn't know that information was publicly available, but I
Yes.
assumed it was very expensive because what they did was very impressive.
Yeah, Alan says $4. I don't know if it's true or not.
$4.20
$4.20 per hour per user. Maybe that's a 7 times 60 is whatever. We'll assume it's $4.20 per hour. So you're gonna have to be generating or extracting a significant amount of revenue from your player population in order to sustain that kind of cost. You know,
well, because if you think about real life, we're sort of spending at a roughly similar rate, right? Because we have to feed ourselves. We're using electricity.
Yeah.
AC, like all this stuff, like it's all costing money.
Yeah,
like per second. Right?
Math checks out, boys.
Yeah, but do you think people are actually gonna like pay $420 an hour to be in the metaverse?
If all their friends are there, if they have no jobs,
there has to be like a pretty bumping ass economy in order to like sustain that. Like, okay, I'll pay my $420 tax an hour to be in your metaverse, but I better be making like $25 an hour in exchange.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, that could actually be figured out one way or another into like the whole economic model of, but that's like so far away.
Yeah.
From what we've seen from the other side display, no semblance of an economy yet. Right now, they're just demonstrating like gameplay tech.
No, yeah,
that's it. So,
but man, if it is truly this expensive,
that's definitely a problem.
We got to rethink things, like big time.
Agree.
All right, so let's jump into it. All right, so we got. Let me check. First, let's all jump into Decentraland.
Yeah, we got to do our usual, lads. We got to record.
Oh, man, we got a bunch of pink bots here, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, everybody, I don't know if Dahlia is listening. Everybody send your energy through the chat ways because Dahlia is dealing with a family issue. So she's been AFK for the last few days and she's,
Yeah, she should be on the stream, but not like with us here. So yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, put some hearts in the chat or something for Dahlia and her family, just so just energy, dude. That's how the universe operates. We get to exchange energy all day, every day.
Yeah. So while you do that, also head over to -32, -60, and we're just gonna get together here and take a few video shots here. Yeah. So let me jump into my agenda here, and we can kind of roll this in. So one of the things we wanted to talk about, it's in marketing. All right. Oh yeah, OpenSea update. So we got hit up by OpenSea. I got hit up, not Oscar. I don't know why, but they hit me up, and it was a pretty interesting email. It was like, "We're aware of the issue. We're looking into it." That's it. That's the tweet.
It's definitely surprising. Like, man, yeah, the communications between OpenSea and like we're a legitimate user of the platform. We've been since like the earliest of days.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I would kind of expected a little bit more of a process to be in place, like for a dispute, right?
Yeah,
it's an obvious dispute because, like, obviously not enough was like.
Well, not only that, but they should have some sort of databases like this has been delisted. Here's the reason. They should just look up the number.
Yeah, agreed.
And see, like, oh, it's because of this or because of that,
or like a scientist, like a case number. And then within that case number whole harbors all that data, right? It's like, oh, just tell me your case number. We'll look into it.
It's like, all you got to do is update this or update that, and we'll bring it back on. Like, it can't be like such a big issue.
Yeah, it's literally, I don't know, like a cat and mouse game, dude. So we're still working through that. So don't bust out your pitchforks yet.
Yeah.
I already see Pepe with his out. He's ready to fuck somebody up, dude.
He's like that balloon.
Oh yeah, a wacky inflatable balloon guy.
There you go.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, that's weird.
Is that the Fashion Week emote?
It could be. Yeah, so that's one of the topics. So OpenSea, unfortunately, we don't have much of an update to give you. We're just waiting on those guys. We don't know what the issue is. They clearly don't know either.
Yeah, we need to hear a definitive response from their care team or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's user safety team.
User safety team, and then once we get that response, if we have to take it nuclear from that point, we will.
Yeah,
we have to.
We'll go we got to find OpenSea's location to Decentraland. Let's just start preparing for the riot.
Let's like start small, like a little poop in a bag on their front step. Start small, right? Like who did that? You know, get them to know. It's like somebody's upset. But
it's like, thank you, MetaZone.
No. We don't put our name on the bag yet, and then we just show up with our pitchforks. You know.
Yeah.
Are you at Lubes? Yeah, we are at Lubes.
Yeah, Senor Lubes.
Let's make sure we're on the same server.
Okay, so I'm using the desktop. So just to try it out here, I'm on DG Realm.
Okay, DG, classic DG.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, meet us there, lads. We have our editor ready. I think probably like within the next 5 minutes, we'll start doing our regular choreography.
Yeah.
Actually, who's gonna?
I think it's we're just gonna. He's gonna record whatever is there, and then because he already has these video shots, so it's like more of this is not gonna change anything. So, but yeah, let's continue on. Let me go back to my agenda here. All right, so Rovi bugs. So here's what we're doing. Okay, so this is a long one because we're working on changing up a bunch of the backend stuff because it makes it a lot easier with all the MetaZone changes that we're making. It makes it easier to be, I don't know, sort of compatible with our MetaZone backend stuff. And so we're making a lot of backend infrastructure changes to Rovi so that a lot of these issues that you guys are seeing are you don't see them, right? It's not going to be happening anymore. So it's more like an architecture backend change than anything. It's going to take a little bit longer, but we know that there's issues. For example, I was showing IMANs, like as soon as you click on this blue button for Rovi, and there it is. So I know that you guys are seeing this take a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other issue is when you're actually achieving your interactions or your interactions for challenge 1, number 2, and number 3, it takes some time to update, but eventually they do update if you wait long enough, but it's not obvious that you have to just wait.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's been another issue.
Hmm.
I think those are the main bugs that people have been seeing. If there's other like major glaring issues, you could go ahead and like flag us down right now on the chat or later on in Discord, wherever is easier for you guys.
Yeah.
But I feel like those are the main ones. So people are attempting to God damn it. People are attempting to finish challenge number 3 and it just stops.
Yeah.
And it actually doesn't stop. It actually gets registered. It just doesn't show you that it's been registered. So that's the main issue.
Okay.
But the good news is we're making the backend updates necessary to clean that up.
Yeah. And yeah, we were talking about this earlier. Like this is actually the whole purpose why we are doing this alpha test stage is to figure out, because this is a major like kink that we weren't aware of, right?
Yeah.
This is a major.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a major architecture framework issue that if we would have like ran into this problem, like let's say once the on-chain token is launched and there's like a lot more economic activity happening, we run into issues like this.
Yeah.
These are the types of things that can really,
imagine
cause some real economic damage, right?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine if we had launched the token and like you're experiencing all these issues. To a certain extent, like this could be detrimental, right? It's going to be really difficult to recover from like an outside perspective, right? So and that's the whole point. Like this is sort of like the alpha stage of Rovi, and we're experiencing some of those issues, and we're going to fix them. And so when it's time to launch, like major economic stuff, it goes as smooth as we can make it, and then see what happens from there.
Yeah, so now we know we're going to need once we do the back-end revamp to, I guess, clean all this up and to reduce any of these potential problems in the future, we're going to have to really, really, really stress test. So we're going to have to think of a way, I guess, to have like, an outside community come in and contribute towards the testing at least. There's going to be ways to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll have incentives in place in order for people to expand our alpha tester pool because, we need to know like what are the infrastructure limitations to this and everything. So we don't want to run into this problem in the future. Yeah, unfortunately, in the short term, it is going to make things like take a little bit longer because now there's some cleaning up to do on the back end. So
we spent a lot of time trying to figure out exactly what the issue is, and it's just the best way to do it is just to clean up the back end stuff that we have, and We're actively doing that right now. So just hang in there a little bit longer.
Yeah, and this is the right time to do it too. You know, and we're gonna get into this discussion a little bit later. Is like,
yeah,
I mean, I guess reinvigoration to the metaverse mania, whatever's gonna cause that. But this is the building period to get everything, all your ducks in line for whenever the inevitable rush enters the space. Right?
yeah.
I think it's pretty inevitable, but the question is when, right?
Yeah. So hold on. Let me go back. All right. Just want to make sure I cover everything before we move on.
Yeah, that's a later topic. Do you want to? So we're not going to do any choreography, right? We're just
no.
everybody hang out on the where you're hanging out at.
Yeah, Javier, if you're listening, go ahead and just like start recording, and then yeah, just get your content, and then we can kind of move on.
Yeah, just kind of like huddle around the holograms, everybody, and like put on your flashiest move.
Yeah. So yeah, so I think we can while we're waiting here, we can kind of move on to the other topics. There was an article that I'm going to bring up here, and the article I thought was pretty interesting. It's about the metaverse. It says the metaverse is still the next big thing, says Meta. So recently, Microsoft and Disney, they're kind of pulling out of the metaverse, right?
Mhm.
And Microsoft, obviously, they put in $10 billion into OpenAI, and they're focusing on AI stuff, right? As they should.
Yeah.
But there's this sentiment that's kind of growing where the metaverse isn't all that it was cracked up to be, right? It's like just has a low sentiment, sort of.
Yeah, that's a natural part of like the growth cycle, right? You're gonna have booms and busts and sentiment. Same thing
Yeah.
happened to Bitcoin and crypto in general. Breakthroughs happen in the public consciousness, at least, that hey, there's this new technology or this new whatever innovation.
Yeah.
There's like an initial adopter phase, and then there's gonna be something to showcase in that moment. And then once you realize, like, holy shit, there's actually like a lot of infrastructure remaining to be built, and
Yeah.
then like hype kind of dies down. And I think we're coming to that realization, like as a space. Definitely the big tech companies are. Microsoft
Yeah.
pulled out their metaverse division. So did Disney.
Yeah.
So those were some big entrants last year or the last couple of years. You're saying, oh man, everybody's focusing on the metaverse. Like that's a big freaking deal.
Yeah.
Meta has made a much more significant commitment to this space than the other one. So, and I think they realize, like, if anybody's going to build the infrastructure, it's probably going to be them.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we were talking about this article kind of offline, and I thought it was important for us to bring up because I think all of us feel a sort of sentiment about the metaverse is not as great as it needs to be. And we're all humans, right? We get hit with these emotions too, right? So we all feel it. But I asked Iman, I was like, well, why would Meta stake their entire company on like the metaverse? And what I suspect is that they see what you and I see. They see that the future is going to be completely automated out. The first biggest sector in the employment space right now is transportation. And that's probably going to be the next biggest thing to get automated out, right? Self-driving cars.
Yeah.
And so what are all these people are going to do? What are all the people who used to have jobs in like the AI space, right? AI is just going to take over jobs as well. What is everybody going to be doing?
Yeah.
And so we suspect that a lot of human activity is going to be within the metaverse.
Yeah, I totally agree. Even like without all those technical dilemmas, or even potentially the financial sector.
Oh yeah, that's another
contributing to what might displace, I guess, humanity's activities on Earth. Still, nonetheless, like the metaverse, there's a huge space for it again to service an already existing population pool that needs, an alternate economy to tap into.
Yeah.
So, but of course, in order for that to even come to reality, again, infrastructure, it's really important for people to understand like how much infrastructure needs to be built.
Yeah.
It's a tremendous amount, because in order to support, and we're contributing our end of that amount, it's not going to be one single entity that's going to do it all. Everybody's going to kind of chip in together.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to figure out what technical component is needed. We had a nice discussion with Boson Protocol about this last week. They're focusing on the commerce layer.
Yeah.
To have physical to digital redemption process in order without any like middleman intermediary. That's very valuable. People are going to be spending a lot of time in the digital space. They still need physical goods, while they're interacting with the virtual.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like they're providing that component. So We got our own niche
Yes.
figured out because we figured this out by trying to build something that's sustainable in the metaverse. So there has to be some sort of platform or like an infrastructure layer that can facilitate value flows from one party to the next.
Yeah.
That's what metas do. That's what the technology behind MetaZone enables, right? So
That's right.
But having said all that, these are very critical infrastructure components to what we think the metaverse is going to need, and they take a long time to develop.
That's
a
right.
long time.
That's right.
Because you can't fuck around with infrastructure, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you really can't.
Yeah. So now we're looking at like these different like huge companies kind of pulling out, and so that's kind of bringing down the overall sentiment of it. But man, the metaverse is going to be one of those pieces that is going to be extremely important for the future. Just because I don't see a way out of like this whole automation thing, right? That's a force that's coming, and it's unstoppable.
I don't know if like the motivation though is that like ominous. I don't think Meta is at all thinking about that.
Really?
I don't. I just even without it's just the transition from physical to digital has been happening our whole lives, dude.
Yeah,
like,
but
since we were kids.
Yeah, but automation is changing it completely.
Well,
it's forcing people out.
Yeah, it's accelerating for sure. The inevitable pathway
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah.
You know, the fact that our economy is going digital with cryptocurrencies, gaming continues to get more and more hyper realistic to a point of like almost indistinguishable between the two like layers.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's a lot more technology that needs to.
Yeah.
You know,
even AI is generating images of Pope, and those were like really good.
Wait, which Pope? Like
the Pope,
the real Pope,
the Pope,
or the Pope,
the man.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, with like a white jacket,
puffer.
Yeah.
He's hospitalized right now. He's got a respiratory infection.
Oh shit!
Really? Are you sure that wasn't like an AI generated headline? It's like fake news.
Certain.
Are you certain? All right. Well, shit.
Well,
everybody send more energy to the Pope, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, my point is that was a very good picture of the Pope. I was like, man, that looks badass.
Yeah.
You know, but ended up being fake. And so yeah, we're spending a lot more time in like this digital space. But more importantly, there are forces, not only just the macro forces, but just forces like capitalistic forces about automation that's going to force jobs to be a lot less than they are.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. You're definitely right. That's our thesis to why this is so important to what it is we're doing.
And I feel like Facebook or Meta is thinking about that too.
Maybe. Yeah. They haven't been very public about it.
No, they're not. Of course, they're not going to say that.
It's like, we're here to save the planet because you guys are all fucked.
Yeah.
But they're actually pivoting a little bit more heavily towards AI, like everybody. But there might even be a problem with that, because it's accelerating at such a pace. Like Elon Musk and friends are trying to like slow things down.
Yeah.
Mr. AI himself, dude. He's like, he's actually trying to galvanize some real action to slow down the progress of AI.
To Elon's credit, he's been trying to do that.
Has he ever like
No, okay, he hasn't gotten a piece of paper and had everybody sign it, but that's
what I mean.
He's been sounding the horn for like at least a decade.
I know that, but horns do nothing, dude.
No,
you got to go in there like pitchfork some shit. Yeah. Like you got to get.
That's true.
That's
true.
Dust off your forks, dude.
Yeah, but now he's got signatures but like, okay, try to tell China to stop their AI development, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. And I don't think the United States or anybody in the companies that are working on AI, they're going to stop either.
Yeah.
So, man, there's so many things happening right now. It's kind of crazy. I don't even know. Yeah, it's just tough, dude. Like managing all this stuff.
What stuff? Like the headline stuff? Headline grabbers?
Not necessarily headline grabbers, but the actual truth behind these headline grabbers.
Yeah, well, yeah, it'll drive you insane if you. Unfortunately, that's part of like our existence, like staying tapped into what's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can drive you a little cuckoo. Like being too ultra aware of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Literally ultra aware, too ultra aware. So, but that's why we do these calls. Let's escape all the doom and gloom for a moment.
Yeah.
We're all hanging out in the metaverse together. I'd like to hear anybody who has attended the Metaverse Fashion Week, your personal like feedback. What was the best thing you guys saw there? Has anybody interacted with any of those Boson Protocol kiosks and bought anything phygital?
Yeah, all the stuff that you could buy, they're like $10,000. So
Yeah, that's the stuff we found. Yeah, it's extremely expensive.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised they didn't have like something in the like a lower like range of
Yeah.
goods to sell. I think like CK Bubbles would be a really good candidate
That's true. That's true.
to launch like a Fidgetal line because she has like those custom nails that have like really crazy things on them.
Yeah.
And she's got the metaverse counterpart to that. Like I saw it
Yeah.
in her little building. And I was thinking the whole time I was there, I was like, dude, this is the perfect Fidgetal product.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because I mean, how much can nails really cost? Like to physically make and distribute? Maybe like $20.
Well, how much do they cost in terms of like consumer purchase? Yeah, it's around 20 to $50, depending on
yeah,
how.
but hers is like, so she could start like at like a $20, $30 price point and like build a reputation.
Oh yeah.
Then over time, release something a little more exclusive, maybe like a 1-for-1. That'd be baller as fuck, dude. Then somebody might spend like a few $100 on that.
Sure. Yeah.
But that's the point, I think that's a whole different, like, again, economic layer that needs to be explored a little more further.
And from our perspective, CK Bubbles, she's got a following. Doki has a following, and so they should be able to sell these kiosks to their community, so their community contributes to the sale of these things, so that they get a cut, right? So it gets everybody kind of participating. So everyone head down here to the glitch space, and we're gonna enable Popes right now.
Grangerfair, what are we waiting for the superchargers to be functional? Superchargers.
Yeah, so that's an update that we're waiting for this like backend stuff to do, because the supercharger is going to enable the whole lube mining to be limited based on your energy, right? So once you run out of energy, then you have to go to the supercharger recharge. It's going to cost either gears / lube, whatever it is, and then you can kind of continue going.
Okay.
So yeah, that maybe Oscar can chime in with like more details if he's here.
Saw him earlier. Pepe got a ton of free wearables. Haven't caught the fashion shows. We'll attend the finale party or the final party. Alan Howick buying canned food and shotguns. Everything else is gravy.
Yeah, dude, Alan's on point, dude.
He is on point, dude.
All right, Popes have been enabled. Go ahead and click away. I'm actually gonna attempt.
Dirty Bird said this is the best Fashion Week event so by far. There you go, dude.
Really? That's interesting.
Dirty Bird's been around as long as we have, so he knows what's up.
Yeah.
Alan Howick has no need for fashion. He only wears barrels now. I like how you talking to third person now, dude. That's what's up. I have a friend who does that. Freaking
like
Chewy.
Chewy?
Yeah. But somehow he pulls it off. So I know Alan's pulling it off as well.
So I guess he just says like Chewy doesn't believe in this.
Exactly.
Literally.
Like that.
Like he literally says that all the time.
Where the hell am I going? I'm
Wait,
stuck.
what happened?
Dude, I was like dominating that glitch and then it just sent me out.
Oh, oops.
God damn it. Wonder what's gonna happen to the glitch now. Okay, so yeah, get your Popes. Let us know if you got it. This way. There he is.
All right, cool. Yeah, hopefully Javier got what he needed. I don't think he said anything out loud, so
I didn't hear him yelling today. So
so yeah, I guess everyone's free to roam now because I'm pretty sure he got what he needed. All right, so I guess now let's. So do we share all the updates for? Oh, there's one update. I guess like a MetaZone.
Oh yeah,
front end. So we've been telling you guys like a lot of our efforts with the development team.
Yeah.
That we have has been on revamping MetaZone.
Right? Yeah, so we're going to share a screenshot here, and if you take a look, this is going to be the new MetaZone website. So this is just a screenshot, and we're going to there's a lot of changes here. So imagine once you log in, this is what it's going to look like. You click on My Assets, a little tray will come down, and you'll be able to see all your metas, kind of like little little apps icons.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's definitely different, and like it feels like a web app that has a little bit more of like a game inventory management system as part of it.
Yeah.
Which, because again, the MetaZone platform functions much more differently than a lot of traditional like NFT platforms do.
Yeah.
In the sense that these things have actual direct like utility to them.
That's right. That's right.
Right. So you want to you need to have always access to them at any part of the platform that you're at.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like, looking into the zones ecosystem. You got to make decisions, to be able to, which assets do I want to, we're calling them stake now, as opposed to delegate, right?
Yeah.
So which assets do I want to stake? Which assets are already being staked on these lands, stuff like this.
That's right.
So there's a lot of different design considerations we made, but this is the homepage, is what you're looking at. Not even like the full homepage. Just like a teaser, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a teaser. Yeah, because we're hoping that we can drop this here hopefully next week, but it's going to depend on like the minimum functionality being complete. So there's still a couple of like major things to finish, but maybe we'll see next week how we can drop this.
Yeah, it's been a work in progress for a couple months now. So it's gonna be excited to roll this out and get you again. We're gonna need your help, just like you guys have been helping us with Rovi's, discovering all the bugs and flaws that need to be worked on. We're gonna need your help.
Yeah.
On this front as well. The 3D editor.
Yeah, so the 3D editor, it's we're already putting in some 3D models in there and like piecing it together. That's gonna be I guess something that could be a lot sooner than the actual revamp of the back end kind of infrastructure for Rovi.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because now we could just put together the glitches and actually execute the mix and match.
Mm-hmm.
So
also accessories too, right?
And accessories, yeah. Because what's cool is that you'll be able to create an accessory, and then using this 3D editor, you can drop that accessory in there, and you can kind of position it where you think it'll fit for these Rovies, like on the back, on the front, wherever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you save that, it's going to allow anyone to purchase that item from the fabricator, and then it'll be positioned on the Rovi in the correct location, animations, all that stuff.
Okay, cool. Next week maybe. For what? Which one? Definitely next week. The target for next week is the MetaZone web app launch. At least like the beta version of it.
Yeah.
Before like a full launch.
Yeah.
That's the target. As far as the 3D editor, I guess Oscar has to chime in probably the week after. I would expect.
Yeah, so Oscar says that we have a meeting with the dev working on it, so excited to see it working. Yeah, so it's like
maybe
it's like on the edge of being completed. So we're really excited. This is going to be one of the more important aspects of Rovi because that enables a community to create stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. Yeah, we've already seen it like over and over and over again. The creator community taking over and contributing. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, so we've been going ham on this design update for MetaZone. Like right now, like Oscar, he did a great job doing the MVP for MetaZone way back in the day. But we need to definitely clean it up because it's important, right? So that has been like the major priority, but it's almost finished. Almost.
Yeah. All right. So claps for that, dude. Almost finished MetaZone.
Yeah, we're gonna
front end. And like we know, MetaZone and Rovi's are obviously intertwined. So as MetaZone continues to grow and flourish, so will Rovi. So yeah, man, we should probably have like some sort of like party or something. What's the actual
sneak peek? I don't even know if Green Chauffeur wants me to talk about it, but he showed us like a 3D printed Rovi. It looked badass. I don't think I showed you.
It's better be the chubby one, dude.
Negative.
No,
negative
dude.
On the chub.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But still, I would have loved that.
But we might be able to display it here on the table eventually. Like
instead of this guy?
Like that, yeah.
Or like that guy?
Like that guy. Which is really hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera.
You can see him way better on the tight shot, like watch this. Yeah.
Pick him up a little.
Yeah. It's just too much light in here, dude. And he's too white.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We need to add some color to this lad. Oh, look, he looks way better right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need some 3D Rovies, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's badass, dude.
So they're gonna be bigger than this, Green Chauffeur?
I think they are gonna be bigger than that.
Dude, I can't wait. Oh my god, I can't freaking wait, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's really exciting. So we get to display that here. It's gonna be
speaking of Phygital, jeez.
Yeah, right?
It's happening.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out
we might need that protocol
soon. We might have to do this at scale somehow to get like Rovi's Phygital. That way we're hitting all the fucking buzzes. Dude, like we got interoperable.
Yeah.
We got obviously metaverse.
Yeah.
AI.
Fusion,
and fusion on the way, fusion power cores,
quantum computing.
Heard it here first.
Hell yeah, dude, let's do it. I'm all down.
Green, for how long did it take you to print that? I'm assuming it's like several hours.
Well, TJ used to have a 3D printer, right?
Yeah, if it's
Remember those little coins, TJ?
something like just like the one on your desk would take 4 or 5 hours at least.
This thing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's basically okay. He said 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rovi keeps saying I like this brainstorm we got going on Green Spurs, like figuring out more of like merchandising and different ways to reinforce the brand awareness, as opposed to just having, NFT portraits on OpenSea, or like on MetaZone. Like we do need to start incorporating more thoughts around how to get the brand more exposure.
Yeah,
I really love this idea. Like this is gonna play very well on social media.
I totally agree.
Yeah. And if Dolly were here, she would totally back me up on this.
Yeah.
I think she's been talking about this for a while.
So as we kind of hang out here, let's see what's the timing here. Okay, we got 20 more minutes. So in 10 minutes, we'll give everybody a chance to win some NFTs. But as we talk about this here, I wanted to highlight a couple of points on the second trip. So if you guys haven't seen this, let me know. If you have, let me know as well. I know Pepe experiences like real time here, but
yeah, we put out a video a couple days ago on this. But we want to talk a little bit with you guys about what it is we're witnessing.
Yeah. So take a look at that. All right, so there's Dahlia there, and she's kind of like talking through her experience. And but take a look at this. Like, imagine each of these avatars had a Rovi.
Yeah, I want genuine genuine feedback from you guys. Do you guys want the metaverse to be like option A? Nothing but this, like it's meaning like just like tons of bodies all around all the time. Only have some of this, or have none of this. What do you guys think?
Well, do we have some of this? I mean, like what's the range here? We're talking about the other side and the Decentraland, or what's the range here?
Yeah, basically like is the mature, like your own individual mature vision of the metaverse, meaning like every single virtual environment should be able to support this no matter what. Like anybody has the capability of hosting their own party. And I can have hundreds of people, but maybe I'm just that cool. I'm popular as fuck.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people show off to my space, my virtual environment, and this is what I expect.
Yeah. So let's talk about numbers here. So that way we have
A, B, or C.
A context here. So according to Narula, which is the CEO of Improbable / M Squared, the peak concurrence was around 7,000 users.
It's fucking and you're gonna see. Yeah, like the visualization of that like happen here.
Well, assume that everything you're seeing here, like right on this like platform and everything in the background, assume it's 7,000, right? So it's probably not here. It's probably like 3,000 here.
Yeah, people are like slowly loading in.
They're loading in. But this is what 7,000 people in the metaverse look like, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
So this is crazy, and so her computer is like jumping or cutting frames and everything. So I've seen some other people's experience like perfect.
Yeah, like on hyper rigs and stuff.
Yeah. So I was watching this in real time. I was like, man, this is cool. This is different. And they really made some magic here. But now that Pepe shares like the cost of this, I was like, I don't know how magical this is, right? If this is like
well, like he also said that the cost is like always something that gets figured out over time.
True.
This is literally the beginnings of like this whole new frontier of expectation again from the virtual world. Like Pepe is saying, in World of Warcraft, this never could happen. Like there was, I think, a singular attempt whenever they launched a dungeon called Encourage AQ 40. It's a 40-man dungeon. They tried to have like this global event, like per server, where everybody like works together to, I guess, gather enough resources to open the gates or whatever.
Right.
Everyone's supposed to shuffle into like the desert where this dungeon is. And like, I guess they opened these gates and like these giant, like freaking tomb monsters came out and you're supposed to kill them in order to get in.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was a great idea, great concept, but I don't think they didn't have the infrastructure in place to support like the whole world aggregating into a single spot.
Right.
Everything crashed for days. It was a total failure. in other words.
Yeah. So now we're a little bit deeper into the video. They haven't started the game or anything, but now everyone has a team, and now it's probably closer to around 5,000 people at this point.
Yeah, and then things are still manipulatable, which is impressive. Like the color of the avatars changed.
Yeah.
So yeah, like on top of just the concurrent users, there's another metric like the what is it? The computational actions per second.
Oh,
or
it's
something?
the operations per second.
Operations per second.
Yeah.
So explain what an operation is in context of this. Like that's a little hard to understand.
Okay, so they said that at peak operations per second was at 100 million.
Yeah.
Okay,
Per
so
second?
100 million operations per second.
God damn.
Correct.
Okay.
And so, but they test at 1 billion operations per second. That's like when max load, and they probably test it with a bunch of bots. So these are all like real people, right? But in their test, they probably test it with a bunch of bots kind of running around randomly. So an operation per second is any interaction in the world, right? So an interaction would be a text in, well, you can't see here, but the text is like areas going crazy, right? The
yeah, it's on the
messaging.
left side. You can see it scrolling through.
Whenever let's say when you're playing a game and you're collecting an item, that's another operation. Running, positioning, all that stuff. Like these are all operations per second. So, and remember that's 7,000 people equating to at peak 100 million operations per second.
Jesus, what the hell are they doing?
So now imagine you give everybody a gun and you can start shooting at each other.
Yeah.
You like quintuple the operations per second at that point or more.
Yeah.
Just depending on what you're tracking.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is very complex, and like we haven't seen this in any sort of game or anything like that before. The closest thing we saw was maybe Fall Guys.
Yeah. I mean, as of right now, it's just a big,
and that's 100 players.
Yeah, but that's why I asked the question of like, what is it that people expect? I can only, there's no way this can be sustainable in a like an actual gameplay environment, like where there's people are shooting things.
Well, we saw. Okay, we'll see some gameplay here.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Right. So the gameplay is very simple. Go and collect orbs, and then deliver the orbs back to a place. And
I mean, this is a viable game. You're right. Like if once this is opened up to developers, they was like, oh, we're having a freaking collection-a-thon or something, like a harvest day.
Yeah.
Everybody come in, harvest these flowers that are just going to randomly emerge all over the world.
Yeah, imagine this was like a guild activity. It's like go and collect orbs, like, and that's it.
Yeah, and the winner gets like an exclusive NFT, which is exactly what they end up doing, but like to a whole team.
Yeah.
So yeah, like this is very viable. You know. Predictions: there's going to be some wild 3D orgies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably not wrong, dude. These metaverses tend to like get super sexual at some point. Like, just like Decentraland is currently. It's like, damn, dude. Have you guys seen what's going on out there?
Yeah, yeah.
No orgies, but damn,
a lot
close.
Of a lot of twerking at least.
A lot of ass out there in Decentraland for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Jay is saying game of the year. Yeah, I mean,
which one?
This is impressive.
Yeah, but see, even gamers are good. I don't know.
Randomly, I got to the point where I thought was like mind blowing. So Dahlia's here at the so she's in a game, right, collecting orbs, and there in the middle of the map is a giant pyramid.
Yeah,
and in that pyramid, your team can only stay on the one side, and you just can't go past it because of invisible wall.
Yeah.
So she's at that invisible wall.
Yeah.
So I was curious. I was like, what is going on but beyond this wall? Is there other stuff going on? So
yeah.
All those little dots you're seeing, the red dots, that's the red team. And the red team's over there collecting orbs at the same time that her team is collecting orbs.
Yeah.
And like her team is like thousands of people.
Mm-hmm.
So all this is happening concurrently on the same map, on a giant map.
Yeah.
And like it's all happening at the same time. You can just kind of peek over there and it's like activity.
Yeah.
So either that's some sort of like trickery or it's actual people. I'm suspecting it's actual people because I saw other videos of red teams and yellow teams. Like they all saw the exact same thing. Like,
yeah. No, I mean, this is very typical of MMO. It's just scaled up to a much grander capability. That's it. Nothing what you saw here is like hasn't not been done like in gaming. You just didn't play these types of games.
So the gameplay is like pretty straightforward,
but like just the experience of seeing like different sides like and converging. Yeah, like, it's very like I said, a battleground environment. That's why the first thought I have is like, well, what happens once you break down these barriers
Yeah.
and allow these different teams to start actually fighting.
Right.
Can that sustain? Especially if there's like a cost associated to it now. So no, I don't think we're going to see that for many, 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 many years until like they refine this to even support that.
Yeah.
I think what you're going to see the other side be utilized for when it comes to like events at this scale is like, concerts, a lot of the things that happen in Decentraland today, a fashion event, whatever.
Yeah.
You're not expecting people to do much as far as operating.
Yeah.
Right. You're just kind of like aggregating bodies into a singular virtual environment to showcase something.
Yeah.
I think that's how this technology is going to be leveraged in the beginning, which is still incredibly valuable, right?
Yeah. So Guido, we're looking at the second trip for the other side, the Bored Apes Metaverse, and we happened to attend, or Dahlia did specifically.
Yeah.
And this is thousands of real human people and on a computer amongst each other.
Yeah.
And this is what thousands of people on screen looks like.
It definitely looks like madness, dude.
Yeah.
Chaos. Oh, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. And so, I mean, look at what Pepe's saying. I believe it was actual people. So he thinks
definitely
it was on the other side.
Yeah.
And he says, I can't overstate how impressive and fun it was to be interacting with thousands of simultaneous users. And so with
that's high praises from Pepe, dude. That's the Lord speaking. And like I said, Pepe played a lot of WoW, just like I did. You know, unfortunately, I didn't get to actually feel that tangible experience you guys did.
Yeah.
Because it's much different watching it than being present within it.
Dahlia chimed in, said that Pepe was spot on. She experienced the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Dahlia is from like a non-gamer's perspective, right? So that's good.
Yeah. If we're telling people about the metaverse, this is what people have in mind.
Yeah. Like if that's what it's all about. If it tapped into your soul and you felt something you've never felt before.
Yeah.
That's what got me hooked on World of Warcraft for a decade, to be honest.
Yeah.
When I first logged in, I was like, dude, I've never seen anything like this. I've never felt anything like this. This is my new life. Pretty much. Kind of came to that like self fulfillment without actually realizing it. Just like I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Right. So if you guys felt that.
So why are we talking about this?
Well, we have to, for one.
Well, what is the context of this in like Rovi? It's like we're expecting we're going to be bringing Rovi into this environment.
Well, the goal for all of MetaZone is to make everything that we do, everything that's created and deployed to the platform to be, as long as the metaverse operating system allows, right?
Yeah.
Meaning and they've said that there's going to be an SDK, they have a whole new entity next to this called M squared that's going to enable I guess this to become like an infrastructure framework piece, right?
I hope so. I mean, we haven't looked at the
SDK. These are all words.
Yeah. We don't know what the SDKs, they haven't been disclosed, but I hope we can build anything that we want here because new genres are going to emerge as a result of this. You can't have like traditional games with this capability.
Yeah, you're right. But the other side has always been on our radar for that reason, because before we saw any of this stuff, one of the things they announced whenever they announced, the sale and distribution of their land, they released their white paper. They're going to build a play to earn economy around the ape coin, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Was that they were going to have an SDK for developers. They're one of the few metaverses that have said that outside of Decentraland. So like, holy shit.
But SDKs will have their own limitation, right? We don't know if we could do anything, right?
I know, but you asked the question of why are you going to talk about it? If they don't have an SDK, then we don't give a shit.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And that's always going to be our stance. If you're building a virtual world without an SDK, you literally don't exist.
Yeah, that's true.
According to us, MetaZone's perspective. Right?
Well, not only just MetaZone's perspective, but from an economical situation.
Well, because again, MetaZone is designed to facilitate economic flows and stuff. Yeah. So it cannot occur in any metaverse that doesn't support that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to be that metaverse, you can. You just have people come in and look at nothing and then leave.
Yeah. Or look at pictures and then leave.
Well, yeah, look at something, but then do nothing and then leave.
That's right.
As opposed to come in, see something, do something, and like I said, stay for 10 years.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pepe, we also registered for the other side SDK and we haven't heard anything back either.
Yeah.
All right, so let me initiate the giveaway. So give me a second here, guys. Start heading over to our Discord. Get ready to punch the button. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the day. So there's already like an element of I guess like a little companion in the other side verse with their what they call codas.
Yeah.
They look like little flesh rovies, I guess, little alien guys.
Flesh rovies.
But that indicates to me there's going to be a big companion, big space. There's going to be a space for companionship in their metaverse, which I'm looking forward to exploit. You know what I mean? Bringing rovies as a
Yeah.
a viable AI enabled companion in their metaverse. It's just you got to see what the SDK enables. But yeah, man, I guess we definitely need to get some other side property, some land,
Yep.
right?
We do indeed.
Yeah, so we can not, or at least me personally, so I don't miss out on the next one.
Yeah.
All right, bots up.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and go to the giveaway channel. Click on the little confetti emoji, and you'll have a chance to win one of 7 NFTs.
Right on. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I guess you guys haven't received your helmets yet. I guess the thing they gave away at the end.
Yeah. So Pepe, I guess you were on the blue team. So Dolly was on the blue team. She won, and the gift or the prize for winning is the a helmet. Let's see if we get a shot of it. It's a little helmet with like wings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, nice, Pepe. He's got a few, so we could test together when the time comes.
Oh,
Beautiful,
hell
dude.
yeah. All right, cool.
Let's do it, dude. So yeah, another thing we were wondering is like, what does a land even grant you?
Yeah,
Like as far
exactly.
as space, like is
You
this?
get one of these?
Yeah,
Dude, I'll be blown away if we get one of these.
yeah. What?
Dude, I just don't believe it. There's
That's
no
some
way.
big speculation. You know.
Yeah, I don't think this is it. I think this is sort of like the middle ground, like hangout
Mm.
where everybody kind of merge. But
is there a way to like get more space? If you know,
I don't know.
you can't connect lands like you can in Decentraland, can you? At least not yet.
Not that I'm aware of.
Huh. Interesting.
Pepe, I was on Snoop Dogg's son's team, Orange, I think.
Oh,
We came third. Oh, okay.
Snoop Dogg's son's.
Yeah, so there was 4 team leaders.
Oh, Snoop Dogg's son was one of them.
Yeah, we were on Jimmy
Wow.
Wong's team,
Okay.
and Jimmy Wong's from like high school something.
High School Musical.
No, 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 no.
Oh no.
Absolutely not, dude. That was a show on YouTube that was pretty popular.
Oh, I don't know.
But anyway,
Zac Efron's the other guy.
yeah. So anyway, so there's 4 team leaders, and what's cool is that your team leader is talking to you the whole time. Like he's propagating audio to like thousands of computers in real time.
Yeah, I don't know if that has anything to do with like
Oh, that's part of the innovation for sure.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's more of what do you call them? Or operations.
Yeah.
Right on, dude. All right, so yeah, that's the other side.
Yeah.
I guess we're all gonna have to wait and see what they do next. But that's important, like in consideration of what we were talking about earlier with Disney and Microsoft pulling out of the space. I think that has a lot more to do with what's going on in the macro economy situation. They have to cut no matter what, like tens of thousands of employees. So it makes sense.
Yeah, the metaverse isn't the only one being hit here. It's just
No,
the one that gets the headlines.
true.
Yeah.
They get the headlines, and it's also one of the more nascent industries to kind of like be a part of. So when it comes to like having to optimize your workforce for what it is that's going to, nobody knows how bloody of an economic collapse we're in for. So companies have to adjust to prepare for that. So it's, we evaluate all the teams we got, which ones are generating us the most revenue as a company. That's probably the best strategy to go. At least as far as sustaining ourselves through like a not even a crypto winter, a fucking economy winter. You know what I mean?
Economic nuclear war.
Well, dude, let's not scare everybody. We said we were gonna stop doing that, dude. No more scaring people.
I can't sleep at night, man.
I know it's getting pretty bad, dude. But yeah, because again, we're in an infrastructure era. So when you're building in the metaverse, you have to commit to that.
Yeah.
If you're not contributing to building infrastructure, I mean, it's
yeah.
But not everybody can do that, obviously. But yeah, that's what's needed at the moment.
All right, so I felt like we dropped a lot of bombs today.
Did we?
Or not? Maybe information bombs, I should say.
Well, this is typical stuff, dude. This is just what we do. But yeah, okay. So we got your feedback from. I think Green Chauffeur said this should be everywhere. So that's very bullish for M squared and improbable. You know.
Yeah, I'm so curious as to like how sustainable is this going to be? Because if you have a land, which there's 100,000 of them,
Mhm.
if you got one land, can you have 7,000 people on your land concurrently?
I don't know. We're gonna find out, dude.
I want to say I doubt it, but
Yeah.
I want to be wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So Metaverse Fashion Week again. I think that ends tomorrow, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna be there, sprinkled throughout the event, collecting those wearables like you guys have been doing, and yeah, checking out the Boson Protocol kiosks. Like we really do. We have lots of ideas as far as how to, because they just announced like their open source framework
Yeah.
to enable more of that to exist. You know, so we're definitely looking into that. See how else we can get more of a commerce situation going on in the metaverse. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah. So, man, it's a lot of stuff going on. So in Decentraland next week, I guess what's happening next week? I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening.
We're waiting, dude.
Yeah. I can't.
Okay, you blanked.
Yeah, I
You
can't
blanked
think.
hard.
I
dude.
know there's a lot of stuff happening next week.
Well, next week
Maybe I'm thinking about the website release.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hopefully
that's the idea. The plan is to get the website up to you guys
and
to start
so
using it.
so here's what's gonna happen. So we're just going to like update the website. We're not gonna do this like huge like hoopla thing or like announcement. We're just gonna let you guys start using it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have like an update for you guys soon after that. So
Yeah, we might, because what you guys are gonna see next week potentially is like the as raw MVP as it gets for this new revamp.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't mean like there's gonna be more features that are gonna come down the line.
yeah.
And so yeah, between you guys testing things out, we're gonna be implementing more features down the line until it gets to, I think, like a comfortable state where we can like really like emphasize like, here it is. MetaZone's
Yeah.
It's got a new look, new functions, and we're here to facilitate the open metaverse economy. Let's go.
Right.
You know, creators, be aware.
Yeah. All right, so that's exciting. A lot of stuff happening. Let's check on this giveaway. We got less than a minute.
Thank you, Alan. All
10
the best
seconds.
with the new website update. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's a lot of work for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to our devs, man. They've been hustling, especially Oscar, the team. And
Nice claps, TJ. Thanks.
yeah, thank you, dude.
Perfectly timed.
All right. So we got winners too. Good money. We got Fred Army, LED 945, Stinky Screwblet, Trista, FBH, and then we got, what is that?
Whoa.
Twommy?
To me.
To me.
To me.
All right, here we go. Congrats, guys. All right. Let me send them a message. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, as always, thank you guys for joining. Hopefully we covered I guess all the questions that you guys had. We are taking care of the bugs. We're updating Rovi. We got some new metaverse updates, I guess, hopefully inbound.
Oh, yeah. One thing we didn't get to touch on is the more improvements to the AI stuff.
Oh, that's right.
So
God
that's coming. And there's like a whole lot of new concepts, I guess, that are emerging of like how to further leverage AI outside of just chat applications. So yeah, we're gonna have to introduce those concepts to you guys once we see if they're even viable or not.
Yeah, because there's a lot more use cases for AI and Rovies than just like chatting with it, because it's more useful.
Yeah, but I think the ultimate like utility of AI is just I don't know, like obviously it's like generative like enhancements, which can be applied to more than just like, you know, a chat interface.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 100%.
To add more personality to these things, characteristics. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. All right, guys. Pepe, Neb, Dirty Bird, Jay, Greenshfur.
Yeah, good to see you guys again.
I appreciate it.
Again, everyone send energy to Dahlia and the Pope.
Yes, and the Pope.
And the Pope. Don't forget the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope this time, not the Poe app.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we might be able to do a live call on Monday, but we'll have to see.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining as always. We'll be back next Thursday, 10 p.m. UTC. Be careful out there. It's getting crazy. Enjoy the weekend. There isn't an asteroid coming, but
chill out, dude. Damn, why you really want to end it out like a bad note, dude? Like you're really itching.
All you had to say was bye, dude.
I know. You're just really stretching this one out.
I don't know. I feel like if you're just paying attention to what's going on out there, it's
calm down, dude.
it's
Everything's
important.
Where's Javier, dude? Just be like, tell us everything's okay,
Yeah.
guys. Everything will be fine.
Could have stopped and have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. Everything is fine, guys. Just don't look up. That's
Yeah.
it.
All right. Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
All right.
Peace.